Hello. Oh, put it there. Oops. Oh no. Okay. Excuse me. I'm a little bit cold, but I'm not sure whether to get my turn the heating up a little bit more. Oh. So, welcome to the stream, the live stream. So, if you have any questions during the stream, you can message me on Skype at rebekahmaroon, and you can call or you can send questions, written questions, through Skype. There's a box below showing when I do my streams, which is Thursday at 8:30 and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. And there are various links to my website and stuff. So it's down below in the box, in the YouTube box. Oh, that's better. That light was a bit bright in my eyes. Morning. I might change my cushion. It's a little bit too much. This is my old breastfeeding cushion. You have to do this. You put the baby on your lap like this, and then you can feed them. It's really good. But I still have it. Is that better? Get really comfortable. I end up falling asleep. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I have armrests as well, so arm comfort. So I had no idea. I had no idea about what this message was speaking about. I thought I knew. I thought I understood what the speakers were speaking about. But it seems that I had no idea. I had no idea what they were speaking about. You can get quite, you can listen to certain speakers and think, I know, and you begin to have this understanding that happens quite naturally. You understand the message of non-duality. And then you think you know what's being spoken about because the brain's managed to have a picture or an idea of this subject. And so you think you have it, you understand it. And so you walk around judging other people, other speakers, and saying, oh, they've got it wrong. Because what they're saying doesn't fit into my idea of what non-duality is. So you become, I'm better. I know better. My teacher's better. And it happened here. I'm not saying that to any, I'm just saying that's what happened here. I held my teacher up high, like they were somehow correct. They knew it. And because I was affiliated with them, because I was a follower of them, then I knew it. And then you walk around putting yourself and your teacher above everybody else, and you may ridicule other speakers or other people. Oh, they're saying it wrong, they don't know, that's not true, that word they've said isn't true, and you begin to they're not a good speaker, or they're not there yet, they don't see it right, they're not saying it right. My speakers, teacher's the best, I say it right, I understand it better than what they understand it. But I really had no idea what was being spoken. I had an idea of it. There's a resonance with it, but I had no idea. I always thought the speaker that I had at the time was it. It's the end. But the final teacher, the final message, the best one. But there isn't a final teacher. This is the final teacher. We always want a teacher to be high up there and to be non-human, non-ordinary, special. Then we can feel special too. This is the teacher. Life is the teacher. What is happening is the teacher. There's no end. There's no end. The person wants the end, the final, so it can end. It can end what is happening. So what's happening is so uncomfortable. So it wants to end and find the end of this. Whereas I can now listen to any speaker. I can hear it. Whereas at one point I was like, no, I can't hear Byron, Katie, I can't hear whoever, I can't hear people who aren't saying there's no one there. It was such a such a sense of, what's the word? Like, this is better, higher, this is final, and they're still playing in the person, they're still identified. Because it was too painful. And so the idea of there being nobody there was like a relief. It was like, oh, I needed that. Because life was too painful. And so the idea of There's no one there, and that's it. It's like it's tremendous relief for that contraction. And I'm in no way criticizing those speakers or that message. It's beautiful because there isn't anyone there. This is life happening, and it's free, not happening to someone. But I'm just pointing out that gives the person a lot of relief, which is fine, but I'm just pointing out the person will use that to escape life. It will use that as a cover up to its discomfort. So I had this picture of what I was speaking about, but I have no idea what I'm speaking about anymore. Speaking just happens now. It just happens. And it's not fixed into one particular way of seeing things. It's fluid. It can see it in all ways of saying things. No position is true. It can't be. No idea about this can be true. It can't be. It can be an idea appearing, a thought appearing, a perspective appearing. It's no longer true anymore. Even in non-duality, it's no longer true anymore. And I would call that freedom. As an idea that you believe in and fight for isn't freedom to me. That's still a trap. It's still a prison. You're covering the prison walls in this non-duality newspaper with all non-duality quotes and sayings and ideas on. It's better. It's more relaxing. But that isn't freedom. That's what happened here. All the ideas were taken away. Life took all those ideas and exposed them to be that, ideas, thoughts, not truth. And that includes non-duality. It's not a truth. No speaker is true. The only truth is life. The only truth is what is happening. That's all you can rely on, is what is happening. What is happening is. It doesn't require anything. It just is. It doesn't require an interpretation. Interpretation can happen, but that's what's happening. This is the freedom. What is happening? whether it be thoughts or feelings or sensations. That's what is. And there can be ideas of this speaker is better than this speaker, but it's no longer a truth. It's just an idea appearing. It can't be true. It's a thought. And that's what's being pointed to. But there isn't a solid position or solid person experiencing life. That's an illusion appearing, claiming to be the experiencer. But in fact, there's another appearance, another thing appearing, claiming to be something. And this is freedom. There isn't someone permanent existing. There's appearances appearing in this. Life is appearing. So what you long for is this, what's happening. What this person here longed for. It had ideas of what it longed for. It didn't know that. It thought it was longing for, excuse me, things. It thought it was longing for experiences, things. I don't know what it thought, but no idea. But this is it. It's not in experiences, it's not in people, it's not in teachers, it's not in anything. Ideas and thoughts, pleasures. It can't be. It can't be. It obviously isn't, because they're appearing. Pleasures are appearing, and it's not it. It's not satisfactory. So it can't be in form. It can't be things, people, objects. It can't be. Oh, I'm cold. I'm going to put the heating up a little bit. Too cold. Just... Oh, cool. No, Ramon, I'm online. I am online. Maybe check too early or something. I'm online. Let me tell him. Oh, he's writing. Hello, Sana. Hi, Rashida. Hi, Rebecca. I found you 2 weeks ago on YouTube and love to listen to you. So I am emptiness. I can't believe it. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah. So beautiful. From being that constricted, feeling as if you're constricted and you're here, you're limited and you're something. To not existing. Where am I? Oh dear. Because there was such a very much suffering, very much a heavy from a young age, just a heavy, like, I want to die feeling from a young age. Like, it was just so hard. And so I can really resonate when like when someone's had that suffering, that strong sensitivity and that strong suffering, and then this message is just like beautiful. So yeah, I resonate a lot with that the depression, that sense of depression and wanting to die. I really resonate with that. I really can relate to that maybe I relate to it a lot. So yeah, tears often come when I feel that in someone that I really can, yeah, I really relate to it. Yeah, I'm online. Yeah, you found me. So yeah, sorry, you're free to ask questions. Did I say that already? I'm not sure, but yes, you're free to. Oh, someone's calling. Oh. Hi.
Hi, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Hi.
Okay, can you hear me correctly? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now, I have to wear a headset, look like Mickey Mouse.
Okay. A little bit.
Oh, wait,
I can hear you really well.
wait a second. I'll just have to switch off the sound
Okay.
of your live feed. Okay, here we go again. Sure, okay, this is a lot better. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I have a question. I mean, well, it's been with me for a little while, and it's not a very important question. But when I studied in England, I studied experimental psychology, and I was taught an animal model of depression.
Okay.
It's called learned helplessness. In a little bit how this experiment goes. You put a rat in a wire mesh cage, and when the light turns on, it has to push a lever,
Right.
and then it won't get an electric shock. Okay?
Yeah.
So after a while, it knows when the light turns on, it has to press the lever. Yeah?
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, that lever doesn't work anymore.
Oh, shit.
So it will get shocked anyway. And
Right.
then it turns into, well, what they call a state of depression.
Right. Yeah.
Learned
Yeah.
helplessness.
Yeah. What's the point in pressing it? Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought there is some similarity with non-duality because in both cases, well, in the case of the red, he has got no control. And non-duality tells us, well, we don't have control either.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to hear your answer about it.
Well, non-duality is more saying that there isn't control. Like there isn't anybody to have or not have control. There isn't a separate person with that autonomy.
Okay, yeah. But
I can see what you're saying in the sense that it's like that sense of if I press it anyway, it's not going to help. It's not going to work. If I do a practice, it's not going to get me there anyway. I can see the similarity in that respect.
Yeah.
What do I do then? How do I escape this pain?
Sorry for interrupting you.
So.
No, but I know I'm talking about a person who hears about non-duality, and I accept that this is an illusion, being identified with being a person. And in that state of mind, I think the message that you don't have any control could lead to a state of depression.
Yeah. Because before it felt like you had control. You could do things to improve your experience. You could somehow get there by doing something.
Yeah, you still could press the lever.
Yeah. So then the person, oh, I exist, but I can't now. It won't help. It won't get me to it. See the similarities in that, but it's not what. It's not true. It's not true at all. But
that's why.
That's how the person will interpret it. Yeah.
That's why I felt it is really a relevant question for me, but it still kept recurring.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd just ask you about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many people out there who will come in contact with non-duality and hear about this message and start to learn that they don't have any control at all. Never had, never will. And so they're just stuck. They're in.
Yeah. The thing is, they were probably depressed before that, but they were covering it up with this hope of, if I meditate hard enough, if I I will somehow get there. So that hope covered up their sense underneath of that. So it's just like it's.
Well, are you saying? Well, I guess most of the people are depressed at some level.
Yeah.
It's almost inevitable to go through this phase of depression.
Yeah. Most people, probably. I agree with that. At some level, there'll be a sense of depression. Yeah. Maybe some are more extreme than others, but there'll be a.
Sure. No. I have to come to terms with feeling low, and I'm no stranger to that. But the similarity struck me.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's something which isn't worded when people speak about non-duality. It's like, it would be nice to have a general surgeon warning, like, no, this will be part of the package as well.
Yeah.
No, come on. Say what you want to say.
Yeah. It's very clear here that what's being spoken about in non-duality isn't what the person really wants. It thinks it does, but it's not really what the person wants. It wants to feel, it wants to have happiness, it wants to have pleasure, it wants to feel, yeah.
I mean, I'm glad I didn't know about it when this journey started, and I realized journey started. But it's one thing Osho once told, well, not personally, but spoke about. He says, my business is to tell people they have a bucket of refreshing water in front of them, and they have to put it over their heads in one go. And when they do it, they feel it's ice cold water. And it's a bit like that. I mean, when you start off, it's an adventure.
Exciting.
You go from bliss, ecstasy.
I'm gonna be enlightened. It's like special.
What a journey.
Yeah.
And but I've come to realize that that's very hard, and it is an ice cold bucket of water.
Yeah.
And
but it doesn't really.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay
Yeah.
with it.
It doesn't really matter, really, what the person thinks. It doesn't matter for what they think they're going to get. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant what the person thinks. It's either been drawn to it or not. And if it's been drawn to it, it's been drawn to it. What it thinks it's going to get is irrelevant. It's not really about the person at all and its dreams.
No. Okay. When you use the word think, well...
Sorry, say it again.
When you say the word think, do you mean feeling as well? Like the mind includes both thoughts and feelings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just get the wording right. A pity I wasn't able to come to England, but really going to do that.
Yeah.
And
another time.
I just have to say that. And tomorrow I have a new job interview, and I think be successful.
Okay.
And so that will provide some extra income.
Okay. Yeah. Did you have to did you pay for your flight and your hotel before? Did you lose that money?
I mean, it was an experience because I haven't traveled for so long. Well, to Belgium and let's say about 15 years ago, I went to France by car. Okay. But my plane, oh God, I must have been 25 years ago. So I'm really not used to accessing these sites to my flight and my hotel.
It's all different now. Yeah.
And I had a really nice car, but I just keep the secret because next time because the rental company told me about cars which are really nice, but I leave them aside because they think they're too expensive, so they get stuck with it.
Okay.
And then they are rented out for a reduced price.
Right.
And also solved the problem of driving on the wrong side of the road. Well, for me. I mean, we have our steering wheel on the left, you have your steering wheel on the right, but the gear shift, that's a real problem. I mean, I once tried it with my... am I talking too much?
It depends. It depends who's listening. It depends.
I really like to chit-chat.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. It's okay.
And I once had a girlfriend in England, and we tried to drive in our Mini.
You tried to what?
I once had a girlfriend in England.
Yeah.
And I had a driver's license by then, and she wanted to let me have a try to drive in her car.
Right.
But the gear shift works the opposite way as in the car.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a problem. But we solved it. I mean, I can rent an automatic, and that no problem.
Yeah. That's a lot easier there. Yeah. Okay, well, let me know when you want to come and visit, and then we can arrange it again.
Yeah,
okay.
I really would like. I already remarked about your earrings, didn't I?
I'm not sure. I haven't read the message yet. Okay.
Nice earrings.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you. Okay. Well, thanks for the call. Thank you for ringing. Yeah.
Nice talking to you. Talk with you.
Yeah. You too.
Okay. Well, I leave at least one good thing about this is, I mean, I never come up with any questions. I don't know anything to ask.
Yeah.
And this one was recurring, so I thought, well, this is the opportunity. So seize the moment and ask the question.
Yeah, definitely.
It's also really nice to talk to you.
Yeah, it's lovely to see you. I haven't seen you for ages, so nice to see you and connect with you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do about that. Okay?
Bye.
Hey. Okay, bye for now.
Bye. Can't see any earrings. Comment. very quiet on chat as well. Rashida. Hi, Rashida. Rebecca, are you going to be able to come to Holland in the future? Yeah, I came to Holland. Did I talk there? I didn't talk there, but I came to Holland to visit a friend a couple of years ago. It was really nice. But yeah, I'm willing to come. If there's enough people want to listen, then you're free to arrange the talk for me. Then yeah, I'm open to come and do talks. I just haven't got the time to arrange stuff like that. So it was hard enough doing it in Nottingham. I just haven't got the time. So if people want to arrange it, then by all means, arrange it. But it has to be enough people to cover the flight and my hotel or whatever. I don't mind a cheap hotel, but it has to cover my expenses to come. I don't mind the income part, but just covering the expenses is like the minimum. So yeah. Well. So, are there any more questions? Um, I'm trying to understand this question. There must be a change before you can start talking about this on YouTube. What is the sign for the apparent person that now can I that can now talk about this publicly? There must be a change before you can start talking about this. If I'm being really truthful, like, this started happening probably during the awakening. The sharing of this began during that awakening. There was still awakening probably happening. That wasn't known, because it can't be known, but that's how I would interpret it now. That it was happening, it started happening during the awakening. And it just happened. It just started happening. There would be speaking about this love, this joy. So there wasn't a sign. It just sign. Yeah, sign. It wasn't something I chose to do. It just started to happen. I'm not sure if you're asking whether you can start talking about this or not. You're asking me whether you can start talking about this or something. But here it just started happening. As that illusion began to break, there was this joy, there was this love and this joy and this freedom. And so it was expressed. I'm not sure what else you mean by that question. It's the same for listening to speakers. If there isn't that joy in listening, that love in listening, then they'd be moving away. Like, there's some people who like criticize speakers that they're listening to. Why would you listen to them then? If you don't like the speaker, then why are you being drawn to listen to them? It's so crazy. I never did that. The speaker that I listened to, I obviously enjoyed and felt resonance with. So I would say in that example, if you're listening to someone who you don't really agree with, or you feel this annoyance at them, like, I feel like you're obviously being drawn to listen to that speaker, and that annoyance or that dislike of them is obviously an idea-based mental thing, where they're challenging your ideas, and so you don't like it, and yet there's a resonance with them beyond the intellect, beyond your ideas. This is about that resonance, that love. because it's reminding you, the speaker's reminding you of what you are, of what you aren't, and of what you are. It's like two things happen. There's the exchanging, there's the sharing of ideas and concepts, and so the person's believed has all these concepts, is claimed, has all these ideas and beliefs and concepts, and so non-duality, the speaker, you're hearing new concepts, new ideas that replace the old ideas. So you believed you are someone, and you have ideas around that's belief, that idea, that sense. So you have ideas based around that, and so the speaker of non-duality is exposing that and could say replacing or speaking about new concepts, new ideas, and then the brain can take on these new ideas, these new concepts of there isn't anyone, and life is happening on the mind, on the thought, on the brain level. That's one level of what's happening in these talks, in these meetings. But then on another level, which is ultimately what's really happening, is beyond that intellectual level. It's beyond that mental level of understanding. And that's the resonance beyond understanding this message. Beyond understanding mentally this message. And so if you're fighting with the speaker because it doesn't match up with your idea that you've taken on, but if you're still drawn to them, it's because there's a resonance beyond the idea you have of non-duality. And I speak more about that resonance rather than the intellectual. It's there because it has to be there in communicating ideas, concepts, but it's beyond that. The freedom's beyond that idea of non-duality. It's beyond it. It is this. That resonance is it. I listen to a few speakers that I feel I like to listen to, but it changes. Just to new ones sometimes. Yeah, that's beautiful that you're open to hear different ways of speaking. It's really beautiful. I wasn't for a period. I was very closed. Nope, just Tony, nope, nobody else. Then just Lisa and Tony, nope, nobody else. Very much stuck in that for a while, and then that opened, that broke. It broke open. Oh, but I wish that one day I do not have to listen anymore. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I can still listen to speakers, not in the same way maybe, but I can still listen, but not because it's teaching me something, but just for the love of this expression, the love of this. But I know what you mean. Not have to listen because you need something to take away that suffering, not have to get that fix because you need it, because you're feeling separate. But this is the listening. I don't mean this talk now, but what's happening, the computer humming, is non-duality. The sensation of bum on seat is non-duality. The cars passing the window is non-duality. Non-duality is pointing to what is happening. It isn't found just in a talk. It's what's happening. But when that separation's strong, then how beautiful that there are talks you can listen to. Oh, brilliant, Ramon. Brilliant. If you speak, where do you live? Netherlands. If you speak to oh, can I pass on you her name? Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll ask her. I'll pass on her name to you. Your name to her. Yeah, I'll do it after I finish streaming. What you said about the best teachers I don't have. To me, everyone says the same, and even something totally different. The birds, sounds, music, the wind can be a teacher suddenly. I do resonate more with some more than others, yeah. And I do recognize this conceptual hitting it and thinking I kind of can make it into something graspable again, something to fit in my hand to put in a frame. Yeah, yeah. It just happens. It just happens as part of the awakening. It's not bad or wrong. It's just what happens. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I think it's been very nice as always. I'm back on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Join me then. Bye. Bye.